We're Jess and Orion, this is Benji and Lily, and together we have been travelling and exploring all over the UK with our tent box. Join us every Wednesday and Sunday as we share our adventures. Hit subscribe to follow along and see where the road takes us. Today we are out enjoying the beautiful weather and we have come to a place called Westonbirt, which is a National Arboretum down towards Bristol. And I can't say I was expecting it, but this place is massive. We are currently on a treetop walkway and it's a long way down, or we're a highway up. I have to say, this is a brilliant idea, like being able to walk around the treetops, and we can bring a pram. However, it is safe to say it is incredibly busy today. I wasn't expecting it to be, one, this big. This place is massive, and as busy as it is today. There's dogs everywhere, families, everyone's walking out today, enjoying the weather. I did think that, you know, coming to an arboretum on a sunny day is probably not best because you're always in the shade. But thankfully, because this place is so big, there is actually a lot of gaps between the trees to let the sun in. I actually wanted to talk to you guys today about all things 2025 and what we've got planned, the merch that is dropped and the merch we hope to release this year, as things have kind of taken a bit of a twist and a turn. For those people who have been following like the campsite series, you'll know that we've had to put that on hold and on pause. So the things that we're doing this year have actually changed ever so slightly. One of the reasons we're actually out with the kids today is because my video structure from week to week is now going to be going out one day, DIY video another day, and then gardening. And it's going to kind of repeat like that, unless I do like a holiday where we're away for a whole weekend, and then I'll probably group them together. But that way that every video I do is going to be something slightly different from the last one, which is got its pros and cons. It means that I can mix things up and I can have a bit of a break from doing the same thing every weekend when I'm filming my vlogs. But it means that those people who enjoy just follow along with one particular thing will have to wait a while before you see the next thing, especially because I only post twice a week. However, last year with the garage conversion, renovation of like the flat, the building, the conservatory, all those things, it was incredibly time consuming, and we just got our tent box and we didn't use it nearly as much as we'd like to, and we kind of just did work and DIY all year rather than going off and exploring the UK, or we'd had planned on going abroad as well to like go camping throughout France and stuff like that. In the end, we actually ended up going to Switzerland and I proposed to Jess and stuff like that. But this year, the hope is that I can kind of balance between family time and life and exploring and bring you along on those journeys while still doing our DIY. Ultimately, going out, creating memories with the kids is one of the main reasons I started vlogging. And especially now that we've got Lilia, we really want to capture her growing up and how she changes throughout the years. She's currently quite happy, enjoying the wilderness with Jess. It's the first time she's actually been really content in her pushchair because she can lie down, look up and see all the trees, and it's a lot for her to look at, which is one of the things she likes the most. So yeah, I hope you guys are looking forward to the content this year. I am going to try and mix things up, probably sprinkle in some farm stuff here and there if they need my help down on the farm, and you know, do some fun farm days out. But for the most part, we're going to continue with the family-based vlog, doing the house up, doing the garden, which I'm really looking forward to. There's going to be some really fun stuff with the garden, as well as exploring the UK and hopefully going abroad. I'm not holding my hopes out for that one, but if we can get abroad, we will do. How many pine cones have you collected then? How many have you got there?
One.
Oh, nearly fell over.
I collected 15 pine cones.
Very good. Fun fact I just learned about pine cones that I had no idea whilst I was waiting for Jess and Benji to have their lunch, is that there actually is a female pine cone and a male pine cone. And apparently, you ever see those like sticky pine cones with like pollen on them? They're male pine cones, and the harder ones are female ones, and they open up to release the seeds to grow even more trees. It now appears we have entered what seems like a bit of a barren wasteland. All the trees around here are not in bloom yet. They all look a little bit dead, to be honest. Judging by how dense it is over there, I want to say that this is a lot more natural. Lots of silver birch trees and bushes. And I think the bumpy path and the lack of things to look at has put Lily to sleep. After what feels like the world's longest walk through the Deadlands, we are finally beginning to see a bit of colour. Both of our favourite tree, a cherry blossom. Something about these trees which is so pretty. I think it's the fact that it's just such a bright colour amongst greenery that is what we really like about it. This one is actually a Chinese cherry tree. It's a beautiful tree. Admittedly, so far, whilst there are obviously a lot of trees because we are in an arboretum, it feels much more like a park than like an arboretum. I'm probably basing it off the one we've been to before. I really like that one. It's super dense and there's lots of different trees and there's so many different colours. Whereas I don't know if we just come at the wrong time of the year. It's a lovely walk, but just not as eye-catching as I would have liked. Jess actually just made a really good point that usually when we come to places like this, it's autumn, which is probably the best time to come for colours. All the same, with the winter finally behind us, I don't care that much. I just want to be out enjoying the weather and going for walks again. Speaking of which, we actually started here and walked all the way around the perimeter of this place to come and have a look at the Gruffalos. And I was fully expecting there to be like a park with lots of Gruffalos and a big theme thing, but no. That's it. Don't get baited by the advertisement if you come here thinking that there's going to be like a big kids play area. It's just one lone Gruffalo. Apparently isn't even really a Gruffalo in the middle of the woods. Go on, keep going. No, keep going. The next tree. No, keep going.
Keep going.
Next tree.
That one?
Yeah, keep going.
Not that way.
Need to tire him out somehow.
That way.
However, this child literally never runs out of energy. Never. The thing is he's still so young that you can tell him to just keep going to that tree over there and he'll just keep running. He's actually quite far away now. Not that one. No, it's the other one. No, not that one. Yeah. Is this mean? I don't know. It's quite amusing for us to watch him just keep running.
You've got all of that to look forward to, haven't you? Yeah. Yeah.
Did you bring the leaf back?
No.
You didn't bring it? Or you got to go get it then? Yes, it's that one over there.
The one with leaves.
Jesus Christ. When will he learn? I can't hear you. What'd you say? Come here and tell me. What did you say?
There's no leaf on the tree.
There is. It's all the way over there. You can see it. Go get it then.
No.
You get it, there.
Just tell me where it is.
Okay, you keep going. I'll tell you. I feel like it is now borderline mean. What was that? Yeah, the one with the leaves on. Is there actually a tree back there with any leaves on? I don't think so. He is now walking around a bare tree looking for a leaf. Did you find a leaf?
Yeah.
Very good. Good job.
Thank you.
I got a half of it and then I got the whole.
If he doesn't fall asleep in the car journey home, I don't know what else to do. I think we need to come back here in autumn, summer/autumn when it's nice and warm. These Turkish trees are really nice. I'd like a Christmas tree that was as full as that. But I think if we come back towards like summer, autumn, when everything's like fully in bloom and the colours are starting to change, it'd probably be the best time to come here because so many of the trees are just bare at the moment. One of the nice things about moving further south is that we've got a whole new like array of like places to go and explore. When we lived in Warwick, we actually kind of explored everything within a 2-hour perimeter, and now that we've moved about like an hour further south, we've got more to explore. We've got the Cotswolds right on our doorstep, so looking forward to exploring around there. Now that we have an open fire, anytime I see piles of wood like this, I just see money. One of the things I never really considered when we moved into the bungalow and we had an open fire is how much it would cost us to buy logs to fuel it, like throughout the whole of like 1 month. I think we spent the best part of £200 on wood for burning in our fire. Ridiculous. We decided this month, now it's getting a bit warmer, that we're just not going to use it anymore, and it's kind of like a luxury thing. Now that it's getting warmer in the house, we don't need to have it on, but throughout the winter it was freezing, so we could kind of warrant it. But £200 a month on logs for the fire was a little bit too much. The things I would do to take some of that home with me. I could hear a plane in the sky, but now that I look up, what is that like a glider? What a bizarre plane that is. That looks well weird. Surely that has to be a glider with like an engine on it or something. If anyone knows, let me know in the comments. Well, since the Deadwood, I have now walked 2 miles, and it is safe to say my legs are killing me as I did a lot of gardening yesterday. I think we are going to make our way back towards the car and head back home. It has been a lovely day out. We haven't even explored all of it. We kind of barely touched the surface, to be honest, because we walked the perimeter, and on the other side of the car park is the old Arboretum, and we're not going to have a bit of a walk around there because Lily started to get a bit fed up of being in the pushchair.
You getting a bit restless in there? Trying to jump on your hand?
All throughout this place there are like paths that splinter off everywhere, like wood chipping paths or like grass paths, and we've kind of just stuck to the hard gravel paths which are suitable for the pushchair. I think in the future, like I said, we'll come back when it's like autumn time, probably end of summer, and see what it's like again. That being said, it's only 15 degrees today and it's very, very warm. If I can't imagine walking around here in the summer, maybe we'll come for a picnic or something like that. However, for a full family walking day out, it costs us £38, which I think if you make the full day of it, get here early and spend the whole day walking around and exploring, especially when it's more in bloom, it's definitely worth coming.
Have you had a fun day out? Did you have fun? Really?
Well, I know I did. It has been so nice to break up my days out with DIY and gardening, and now that the weather's getting nice again, I'm so excited to continue exploring and go all over the place, which I know I touched on throughout this vlog. I was meant to give you some more updates in terms of like merch. I have some ideas in mind. I'm going to keep working towards them and reveal them as we go on my Patreon. If you've not become a subscriber on there or followed on there, then I'm going to be holding more discussions about what merch to do and all those kind of things and feedback. Patreon's a really good place for me to post day to day. I need to get into the habit really of using my Instagram and my Twitter and stuff like that, but honestly, there's just so much social media. I like to keep things simple, which is why I mainly just do my vlogs now. Otherwise it just becomes a little bit overwhelming. But if you like this merch, you can head over to the shop, orionwhittle.com, grab yourself some clothes as well. Honestly, it's obviously going to sound biased, but honestly, these clothes are genuinely so comfortable. I kind of opted for more like designer in terms of like better quality for, you know, it costs me more to make them, which is why the prices are what they are, but you get a better product with it. At the moment, we have obviously just got the signature collection, the first edition collection, and then a couple of like ideas that I've floated with big prints on the back. I'm kind of umming and ahhing at the moment about whether to do big prints or how many big prints I want to do. I like the simplistic look. When I ask my friends and my family, this is the kind of clothes they wear, just with simple logos, and I might see if I can kind of incorporate the Orion logo and do some more simplistic designs rather than big prints like I've done in the past, like my, you know, the ones that are on there at the moment, as well as my my first edition stuff. So let me know in the comments what kind of clothes you like to wear, as I want to make clothes that you would love to see or love to wear yourselves and love to see me wear. Where am I going with this? I don't know. I'm having a bizarre day where my brain just isn't kind of ticking over. But fun little update for you, the work on the house next door has begun. They are trenching all the way out for power cables and all this kind of fun stuff, water pipes and so on. But funny story, speaking of power cables, the power post is here. I'm going to call it power post, but the power cables run from this post to my neighbour's house as well as to my house. And the builders drove past the other day and they pulled the cable out and it completely killed the electricity to my neighbour's house. Fortunately, it didn't affect us, but yeah, they drive the digger past his house every day. And look at this. To make absolutely sure you cannot miss it now, they've got these little flags on it and they've wrapped it and all sorts of stuff. They came out 6 hours after they did that. I think it was like 11:45 or something like that. Like, they were out here fixing the electrical cables to get the electricity hooked back up. I'm so glad it wasn't us, because God forbid, if we had no electricity, we would actually be completely screwed. But anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap up today's video. A big thank you to all the supporters over on Patreon, as well as those guys who have made it to this part of the video. I know these videos are kind of sometimes long, sometimes short. I'm kind of just easing myself back into it, getting back into the groove of making vlogs and enjoying myself again and doing things that I want to be doing instead of, I think the problem I actually got to, I'm going on a bit of a tangent here, but I think the problem I had was I kind of set myself into a bit of routine, and I loved doing the DIY and having an objective and a goal and a project to keep like plowing on with, but it kind of got a bit monotonous doing like live streaming every day, working every day, doing the DIY stuff. And I think it was mainly the renovation of this house before we moved in, and then the move in and the baby, all of those things, it became a bit too much. And now that I've kind of freed up my schedule, so to speak, it is much nicer that I can just dip and dive into things. But as it looks like a incredibly dark, stormy cloud is headed my way, I'm going to go indoors and spend the rest of my day with my family. So thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. As always, if you've enjoyed this video, leave a thumbs up rating. If you're new around here, hit subscribe. But I'll catch you guys next time. Peace, much love. Bye-bye. I have to say, this is a brilliant idea. We're actually at like the treetops. There's just something about these. You have fun in there, chomping on your hand. He's smiling. Safe to say that I've just done the outro to my video, and yeah, my brain still isn't working, so sorry about that one.